Hello everyone, and welcome to a how to install TerraFirmaCraft. This pretty much will work with any Forge-based mod, and we'll also show you how to do non-Forge-based mods. So basically, the first thing you gotta do is gather everything. So currently, get the latest TFC build. This is version 76, hotfix 15 for Minecraft 1.5.1. And this will show you, this tells you what you need. Also here will tell you what Forge version it was built with. 771 is the main thing you need to look for, because that's for 151. I believe it's 772. Oh no, it's 78 for Forge for 152. 77 is 151. So for me, I would usually grab the latest for that version, but for probably best compatibility with TerraFirmaCraft, you'd probably be best sticking with the one it was built with. So you also need, like I said, Forge, and it's got a handy link to it. You also need this player API. So if we go over here to the player API page, you see it's got a bunch of different versions. Currently, the one it displays on, well, the main download it's got is for 152. This will not work with this version of TerraFirmaCraft because it's not updated for 152. So what you need to do is you need to go down to the previous versions for 151. Show it, and I just download the first one because I like to get the newest. Tends to have more bug fixes. I've already downloaded this. I've already downloaded Forge. I've also downloaded Zan's Minimap. The 1.5.2 version does not appear to work with 151. So, I don't know. But Ray's Minimap, it has the 151 that you can download. Zan's I could not find. I happen to have Zan's Minimap with 151, so that's what I'm gonna do. We don't need that. We want this one. So what we've got here is this is the 152 items that we're not going to use, and this is the 151 stuff. So here's Zan's Minimap. We've got Forge 682. This is the latest one. Minecraft 151, which I've extracted there. Player API for 151. Ray's Minimap for 151. And this is the TerraFirmaCraft. So first thing I want to show you is the launcher. The launcher is probably the easiest way to do it. I'm also not covering installing Optifine on this. Optifine would be pretty much the same as Forge and Player API. I don't know how well it plays with the launcher. I haven't played with the launcher. I don't use the launcher because really, I don't like the launcher. So I've got this bat file made up here, which bring that on here. This is all that is. Simple little thing. It sets the application data to the current directory and then launches the TerraFirmaCraft launcher. Simple as that. All that does is forces it to install to this folder, thinking that this is your personal profile folder. So this is the TerraFirmaCraft launcher. I dislike it, and I can't tell you exactly why. So all you need to do with this is hit login. And it will load up. Keeps loading up on my other monitor. But as soon as it loads, there we go. And look, done. It will take longer the first time. I've already pre-downloaded it. But as you can see, It's got Forge 629 and Minecraft 1.5, and I've got 5 mods loaded. So you see here I've got Ray's Minimap. You've got the MCP, Forge mod loader, Forge, Ray's Minimap, TerraFirmaCraft. Nothing super spectacular about it. So now, just create a new world. Oh, and Ray's Minimap does not come with the launcher. That I installed separate, and I'll show that in a minute. It's just as easy as drag and drop. And here we are in a brand new generated world with some floating dirt. That's it. In the upper right corner you see Ray's Minimap. Nothing too spectacular going on with it. I'm going to commit suicide. Whee! Oof. So now I will show you how to install Ray's Minimap. So we go over here and we grab Ray's Minimap. I'm actually going to do Zan's Minimap right now because I haven't tried that one yet with the launcher. But it's exactly the same process. You just grab it and you copy it. You copy, go into the launcher, go into this TF-Craft, go into Minecraft, go into mods. These here are jar mods or zip mods. These are Forge-based mods. They're loaded up with the Forge mod loader. Oh, don't want to create a new. And we just paste. And I'm going to delete Ray's Minimap because I don't want that in there anymore. And that's all it takes to install and delete a Forge mod. That's it. Done. Anything that does, world gen, like if we deleted TerraFirmaCraft right now and tried to load it up, it would load up with the default vanilla world gen. You try to load up the TerraFirmaCraft world, it's either going to choke and just crash, or it'll just wipe out all the TerraFirmaCraft blocks and entities and everything about it. Not cool. So I'm just launching up TerraFirmaCraft here. Eventually that'll pop on the screen. It does take a while for these to launch up. So now, if we go back into this world, we will still be dead. And we now have voxel map. So we just hide that. And there we go. With Zan's Minimap, complete with the whole death beacon thing. Whee! So that is how you do it with the launcher. Simple as that. But you have to have the correct version. If you don't have the right version of the mods, like, for example, let's go, and we will delete this. And let's grab the 152 and pop it in there. So TFC, mods, pop it in. And now let's try to launch it. Oh, almost got it fully on. And there we go. And if I bring over the console log here, you can see this is crash. This was an exception in thread. Minecraft main, verify error, and it's the voxel map. This just vomited all over the place, causing it to black screen. So that's what happens when you install the incorrect version of the mod. If we had 152 in there, the voxel mod would work fine, unless there's actually a massive bug in it. But it would work fine, except this time it would be TerraFirmaCraft that would be borking up the joint. So make sure you got the 151. So now, the harder part, but my preferred method, which is the manual method. For the most part, this only needs to be done once, and the rest is jar mods. So you need your Minecraft 1.5.1 jar. Let's go and put this, oop, too far back. Let's put this. Oh yeah, I deleted everything. All right, so first thing you want to do is launch with the vanilla launcher. Again, what I'm using here, same basic batch file. The only difference is it now starts the Minecraft exe. Nothing fancy about it. We'll log in. And as you can see, it's downloading everything. Now, it is downloading 152. So this won't work. So you need to find yourself a 151 jar. I happen to save every single jar. Well, I shouldn't say every single. Some of the patches I don't save. But since I think beta 1.7, I've been saving them. So now we're just in vanilla 152. Nothing spectacular about it. Everybody's seen it. Most people don't care. So what we want to do here is actually delete that and paste the 151. So now when we launch it, what it's going to do is launch 151. Just that simple. So now that we're on 151, we now go, and I like to use 7-zip, and I open the archive. We'll push that over there. First thing you need to do is this meta-inf. This is anytime you install a jar mod. A jar mod is where you actually are putting it into the Minecraft jar. Always delete this meta-inf. Even if it tells you don't, do it anyway. I've never run into a problem by deleting it, and I've run into lots by not deleting it. So what we need to do is install these two. These are jar mods. Forge is essentially the API that is used by Forge mods. This includes Forge Mod Loader, MCP, all of the fun stuff that many of the mods are made of, or that use, including TerraFirmaCraft. TerraFirmaCraft also uses this player API, which is also a jar mod. What you need to do is install Forge first. So what we're going to do is open this archive. So now we've got the Minecraft jar and the TerraFirmaCraft. Not the TerraFirmaCraft, the Forge. And as you can see, Forge has this meta-inf. So we're actually going to copy everything that's in this zip file right over into the Minecraft file. It'll ask you, are you sure you want to copy these? You say yes, and it does it. Now you've got this meta-inf back. This we're leaving. We're not going to delete that. We deleted the one that came with Minecraft. We don't delete the Forge one. Next step is Player API. Player API has to be done after because it does modify some of the same files that Forge uses. So now that's all. That's it. We now have Player API and Forge installed in our jar. So if we go into here, nothing has changed except the jar file is bigger. Now if we launch this, It is now setting up Forge. Forge mod loader is just going through, downloading its libraries, doing what it needs to do. This, again, for the most part, is a one-time shot. It will do it occasionally. And now we're 151, MCP 744, FML 5143682, blah, blah, blah. And we're in a newer version of Forge, 682 instead of, what was it, 624 or something? So this could potentially cause problems. I am on this one in my LP, and I've not had too many issues. And if we go to mods, that's all we have. Now, these are, of course, not all the mods we've installed, because we have Player API. But it doesn't support Forge directly, so it won't be listed under that. That's just what Forge mod loader knows. But again, we're still vanilla. There's been no actual gameplay changes done. But if we look in here, we now have core mods, mods, and config. Config just has some Forge configs, core mods has nothing, and mods, nothing. Okay, so now what? Well, now we go and we grab our Zan's minimap. And our TerraFirmaCraft. Let's go into here. Minecraft. Learn how to use a mouse and go into mods. And then we paste them in there. Done. So now we've got TerraFirmaCraft in the mods and Zan's minimap in the mods. And we go back and we launch Minecraft again. Log in. And we will have TerraFirmaCraft momentarily. So here we go. Now there's 5 mods loaded. So now this looks more like what we saw in the launcher. Like I said, the launcher is easier, and it also keeps it up to date. This is my preferred method. So we'll create a new world. I'm going to make this creative. And we should be in a TerraFirmaCraft world. And there we go. Zan's minimap. Let's hide that. And we are here in our TerraFirmaCraft world. Falling through tree leaves and everything. That is all there is to it. And in the upper right corner, let's get rid of that. You'll see Zan's minimap. That is all that there is to installing pretty much any Forge and jar-based mods. Some mods require specific components, like TerraFirmaCraft is actually a really good example of a more complex mod install, because it is very particular about what it uses. So it needs the Player API, it needs Forge, it needs, well, Minecraft. Some require other Forge mods to work. Like, one thing is NEI, or not enough items. It requires Chicken Chunk's core as well as Forge and Minecraft and the NEI. It also has NEI plugins. So things can get pretty hectic when it comes to some of these mods. But this is the basics. I've had a lot of people asking me how to install the minimap. So hopefully this did answer that question. It showed you how to install pretty much any of the minimaps. I'm not going to go through configuring the minimaps or doing any of the config stuff with TerraFirmaCraft. Like, there are a lot of config options with a lot of different mods. I don't know all of them, which is part of the reason why I'm not going through them. But that is pretty much it. What I think I will do is cut it here, and then I will set up for showing you how to install it on a server. So I shall return. Alright, and welcome back. So I've got the server here. I've got my batch file to start it. So that's all it is. Not using any advanced parameters because we're not actually going to use this. But, so here is our Forge server. So again, we're going to open the archive. Delete the meta-inf. Things should seem very, very familiar at this point. Again, go into here. We're going to open Forge, select everything, and copy it over. Now we're going to go to the Player API, select everything, and copy it over. Now all we need is this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a folder here, and I'm going to call it mods. Simple as that. And plop TFC in there. So if all goes well, when I launch this, it's not showing anything there, but here we go. Forge Mod Loader is downloading everything that it needs. Once this is done, it's checking all that. Now we load up the console that we're used to if we're running on Windows with the GUI. It is now generating a spawn. So I'm going to go back here. I'm going to go to our manual one. Let's launch it. And there we go. Let's do multiplayer, direct connect. If you're wondering what that is a loopback address for IP version 6. It's equivalent to 001 or 127.0.0.1. And here we are. We are in a TerraFirmaCraft server. You can see over here, a little spike there. Can't keep up messages, which, whatever. And you can see that I've logged in with an IP version 6 address of 000001, and that's my port number, that's my entity ID, and that's my location. Very standard server-related stuff, but here we are. And I can opt myself. I am now op. And now we're in creative mode. Welcome to a TerraFirmaCraft server. That's all that was required to set that up. You don't need to put in anything else. You don't need to worry about the minimap. You don't need really anything. And at this point, once you've got all of this set up, until something major changes, like with all these hotfixes, they haven't been changing. God damn it, that's loud. Go away. You know what? Go away. With all the hotfixes, they're sticking with 151. Basically, until 152 changes, or until 152 comes out, or whatever their next major update is, the only thing you need to change on both the server and the client is the TerraFirmaCraft jar. That's it. Nothing spectacular at all. It's very, very simple at this point. And doing it manually, you know what you got. With the server, The only way to do it is manually. Unless they've implemented that somewhere that I am not aware of. So let's stop that. And we'll do a quick recap. So what you need for both the server and the client, if you're doing a manual install, is you need the TerraFirmaCraft download, you need Player API, and you need Forge. And I like to use the latest for whatever version of Minecraft you're using. You install Forge, well, first, with both the jar, or both the server and the client, you delete the meta-inf. Always delete the meta-inf. Then, you copy over the contents of the Forge zip into the jar file, then the player API. After that, you can launch them. It'll create all the folders. With the server, if you do it that way, you have to delete the world before you launch it again. Or with the server, you can do what I did. You can do it with the client too, but the server is just easier to deal with. You create the mods folder, and you put your jar mods or your Forge mods in there. If you have anything that says core mods, you put it in the core mods folder. And then you've got your configs. It's all very, very simple. It just seems harder than it is. So hopefully this explained quite a bit to you. Let me know if you have any questions, concerns. If something wasn't clear, then I can definitely try to help you out. So, thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully it was informative. You guys take care, and we'll see you next time.